As you guys know, Kyle Altuner was on this show just a couple weeks ago. Since then, people have recognized him for his dominance in the camp scene, and he has had a very distinguished honor given a 4-star by 247 Sports. The director of that outfit in recruiting has had a lot to say about Altuner. I talked to Keenan Cummings from Rivals. There's a lot being said about this offensive lineman, guys, that's going to play center next year for the Mountaineers. Let's talk about that and project how good it can be on the other side of the intro from our sponsor. This episode of Mountaineer Paul Talk Football is brought to you by Dutch Miller Automotive, where friends and friendly pricing means you get the best deal right up front on any new or pre-loved vehicle in stock every time. With brands like Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Kia, Hyundai, Ford, GMC, Buick, and Subaru, the Dutch Miller Automotive family is always growing, ready to put you in the car or truck you've been searching for. Check out our inventory across West Virginia at DutchMillerAuto.com or come in today to the home of friends and family pricing, only at a Dutch Miller Automotive store near you.
This is for Cameron.
What is up, and welcome back in, guys. My name is Mountaineer Paul. I'd like to welcome you to Mountaineer Paul Talks Football, and I would like to thank you for all you have done for this show over the last couple of years. I apologize. I've been gone for 5 days. It's the longest stretch I've ever not done a show for you guys, and I want to apologize. I've had so many things go wrong, from my electric's gone out 3 times. I've had some health issues that came up. Just name it, and it's happened, but I'm here. And I want to thank you guys for sticking with me through all this. We've got some really good news to talk about today, something I'm extremely excited about. So let's dig straight into this. This started circulating around yesterday, and I think maybe the day before. But this is the first thing that caught my eye. This is Andrew Irvin, the director of scouting at 24/7 Sports, talking about WVU signee Kyle Altuner out of Good Counsel High School in Maryland, who I have said multiple times is the best player in this class. That includes Day Farmer, in my opinion. Fundamentally sound offensive line prospect that plays with a mean streak. Spent much of his senior season working in left and right tackle, but projects as an interior lineman at the next level and actually played some center at the Under Armour All America game. Doesn't carry much, if any, bad weight, and is entering college somewhere in the ballpark of 6'3", 290 pounds. Quick-footed and rather agile mover that can pull and get to the second level. Finishes with authority and loves to drive his assignments into the ground. Seals better than most his age as he flips his hips to gain leverage, and should be viewed as a potential multi-year starter at the Power 5 level, and one that could see the field relatively early, given how advanced he is from a technical standpoint. NFL upside if he can keep progressing. That's the director of scouting for 24/7 Sports, guys. That is heaping high praise for a player. And the hits didn't stop coming there. We've got this from Chris Anderson. After dominating the Under Armour All America game, WVU signing Kyle Altuner is now part of the top 247 and holds a 4-star rating. So check that article out from them, guys, if you get time. And I didn't stop there. I said, well, I mean, we've got the 24/7 side of this. Why don't we get the rival side of this? And I messaged a good friend of the show, Keenan Cummings, over at Rivals. And he had this to say. I've seen Altuner multiple times in camp settings and simply stands out with his combined skill set. Altuner has excellent size and simply plays with controlled aggression. He isn't afraid to get dirty and is constantly bulldozing opponents. Equipped with excellent feet, and for an interior lineman, Altuner has the athleticism to line up at left tackle in high school, with the size to be very effective inside in college. Has a high football IQ and understands his assignment, which makes him an ideal fit for the centering spot as he continues to develop. uses his hands well, and has the feet to get to the second level or pull with little issue. What praise by Keenan Cummings, who I respect very few men better when it comes to recruiting and talking about players. Keenan's really good at breaking those guys down. So, what does that mean for us? I mean, I've already had the kid on the show. I've asked him about the Zach Frazier comparisons. He's going to be filling right back in where Zach Frazier left, right? I asked him about that. He almost bristled at it. I'm not going to say that he was upset at me for asking him about Zach Frazier, but certainly he wants to be his own man, his own Kyle Altuner. And Zach Frazier was a very similar prospect. I can't say this enough. Zach Frazier coming out of high school was very underrated, 3-star player that probably should have got a 4-star like Kyle, but he played in West Virginia. You could see it on film, the nasty streak, the edge he played with, the bend that he had, the feet. And what did Zach do? He came in and started every game of his career pretty much, right? Center. So I do think that you're going to see Kyle Altuner come in this year, start at center for West Virginia, and become a freshman All-American. I've predicted that. I'm going to continue to predict that. I think he's far and away the best player in this recruiting class for us guys. And it's for so many reasons. First of all, I had the kid on. If you haven't seen that show, check it out. It's from a couple of weeks ago, my interview with Kyle Altuner. Go check that out. Second of all, extremely impressed with him, just talking to him. Very mature, very, he sees almost a little bit of aggression just when you speak to him. Not that he's like a dangerous guy or anything, but you could see how that translates to the football field. And really, he was a nice guy. I'm not trying to say that, but you could see how he could be nasty on the field. His dad has allowed him to be who he is in life. And he has had the full support of parents. He's a multi-sport athlete. And in my opinion, one of the biggest reasons to his success is that, and he said as much on this show. So I have high aspirations for Kyle Altuner. I really do. I hate to heap the Zach Frazier comparison on him. It's not fair. And that's why it's going to stop today. But it's going to be inevitable as we go. You can't lose a center like Zach Frazier the same year you bring in a guy like Kyle Altuner who gets not only does he dominate the Under Armour camp, which is the best of the best. We're talking about multiple 5-star and 4-star guys at those camps. He dominated it. He dominated it, guys. I'm talking about dominated it. You can't do that. Get it, and rarely do they say, "Oh, this dude at the end of his last year got so much better that we had to add a 4-star onto his rating." So obviously I'm excited about this. I really do think he's going to plug and play at the center spot, unless we get a transfer guy in that just is a little further ahead of him. But you heard the guy from the director of 247 say he's technically sound enough to play multi-year starter at the college level now, at the Power 5 level now, and projects as a NFL guy down the line. Do you know what that means for this offensive line room, guys? If we're able to do that with 2 straight centers, you're talking about you can sell that to the best in the country. You're already doing it with Kyle. So, to me, really exciting, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to Mountaineer Paul Talk Football as always. I really would appreciate that. We're on the road to 2,000 and been on the road to 2,000 for a lot longer than I hoped, but we're getting there. We're almost to 1,900. Like the video, as always, as well. That's what tells the algorithm that you like the video and did not dislike it. And it helps push this out to a wider audience. Drop a comment below, as always, as well. That would be much appreciated if you could do so, certainly. And let me know how you feel about Kyle Altuner and his freshman season at West Virginia. Do you think he needs a year? Do you think Brandon Yates may beat him out or somebody else? Or do you think he's going to come in and beat those guys out right away? Let me know how you feel there. And share the video, guys, if you can. I really just trying to build this thing up as always, and it would make me really happy if you could do that. Really hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Kyle Altuner is somebody to watch, no doubt, in camp as spring and summer progress. I think he's going to be one of the 2 or 3 players mentioned probably in almost every press conference. So be looking forward to hearing that, and look for him to be a starting player on this team at some point at guard or center in 2024. I believe that. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Keep coming back. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video. This has been another edition of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. This episode is over. I am out.